Do a little introduction on Glitter and Lasers. Glitter and Lasers, recently, a few things have changed. She's gotten rid of her lifting coach, who she's had for a while. She's let go of her videographer and video editor, long time, John. She's also gotten rid of her longtime assistant, Tracy, who she was the godmother to Tracy's children. Apparently, she's still friendly with Tracy, but Tracy's no longer working for her. The lease to her apartment is up in March. She has the strongwoman competition in March. And she recently just got her new strongwoman coach. She also just saw a doctor for an annual checkup, although she kind of couches it in other language. So there's a bit going on with her, I think. So with that out of the way, let me pull up some of the first vid that I've got. This is her doing a craft, a lackluster craft. Let's see. And I got to turn off the audio on a lot of her vids, just so you folks are aware because of the copyright claims. So let me share it. So once again, she's applying beads and glitter to a hat that reminds me of one like you would see on a horse or a farmer's favorite milk cow. So I think that she has chosen an appropriate hat. I'm just surprised what's taking her so long. So that's the first item of the day. Glitter working on her hat. Now let's show some of her working on her health now, not just her fashion. She doesn't just have no fashion sense. She has no sense of her own health either. Let me share this here.
So I'm in my car and I'm about to go to this event tonight that is actually something I kind of need. It is a wellness place that can do blood work. It can also do body spac, which I already
Body spac. Hopefully somebody in the chat who has more medical knowledge than me can explain what that is. Kidney J, Alizu, any of Yellow Moon, any of the other medical folks in the scientists, any of y'all?
do and use, so yay. As well as IVs. So we'll see if I can start incorporating this as part of what I'm doing.
Yeah, so let's play this again because this kind of cuts off.
So I'm in my car and I'm about to go to this event tonight that is actually something I kind of need. It is a wellness place that can do.
So she's going to an event. Keep in mind this is pretty interesting. She's going to an event that's a wellness place in her words.
Do blood work. It can also do body spac, which I
that does blood work and body spac. So she's going to an event at a place that does blood work.
already do and use, so yay. As well as IVs. So
and IVs. So she's going to an event where they give you an IV. What the heck kind of event is that? Sounds very dystopian, very, very Illuminati, right? It's like they inject you with stuff when you go there. But yeah, that's Anna's new hobby, apparently.
We'll see if I can start incorporating this as part of what I'm doing. So I'm in my car and I'm about to go to this event tonight that is actually something I kind of.
So let me switch it up here. 1 second here.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Will this help?
So this was a bizarre experience. Never did I imagine this evening would include an alien robot with telling me hormone therapy might help get my spark back and get a man. Now she needs an alien to tell her she might get a man, because no woman would tell her that. No Earth woman would be so cruel as to tell her she's going to get a man. I got an IV, not hormonal therapy, so I'll now use this as my excuse as to why I'm single. This is barely even English. This is like a crazy big run-on sentence and doesn't make any sense. But let's watch the video and then we'll try parsing it once again. Oh, and the name of the place she went to is called Ways Too Well. I think she got it confused with Ways Too Much. That would be the hashtag, appropriate hashtag for this picture. But yes, Ways Too Well, not to be confused with Ways Too Much.
You get a man.
Yes, okay. Okay, go ahead. Great. So it's going to go down on Monday and Tuesday.
I'm asking the real question.
Oh, you're thinking about optimization for Valentine's Day? Well, our hormone therapy consultations can definitely help with energy, confidence, and overall vitality, which might give you that extra spark.
Well, that really sold me. I mean, if this is not the most advanced and interactive robotic simulation you've ever seen. I mean, this is so much more advanced than Dragon's Lair from 1985 or whenever that was, right? Like, they certainly couldn't do this with a laser disc back in the 80s. But let's watch this again. So this is the modern technology that's going to sell us on this. This computer-generated robot alien thing is asking Anna, or she's asking the robot about how she's going to get a boyfriend, or get a man, rather. The alien robot knows nothing about humans, so it takes her at face value, and it says, well, you need to get your hormones checked. That's what I would recommend to my fellow aliens. So let me see. I have not heard of a body pack either. A checkup. Good way to phrase it. Well, unlike every other month, you mean? But that's actually very, very salient point, Miss Nat. I mean, if I was somebody who really cared about glitter, I would be concerned for her. That's a lot of stress to have in 1 month, especially when she's lost a lot of her support system in John and Tracy. Hey, well, we missed you too, Cinnamon Girl. Good to have you back. Hopefully you're having a nice day, not too cold. Yeah, and exactly, Nutty. No way is Foodie around 3:30. No way. No way. She is. She wants us to believe that, but agreed, Drella. Hormone therapy is a legitimate thing. I'm not gonna give a big speech endorsing or criticizing it. I think it's something that needs to be looked at on an individual level, at least from what I've seen. That goes for men and women. I've actually looked into it a little bit myself now that I'm getting older. The doctor suggested it to me, so I have considered it. I know it can be pretty effective. I certainly am not able to put on the strength like I used to. So, but that's enough about me there. But yeah, Glitter and Lasers does not need some woo-woo holistic BS. And that's no disrespect to anybody who is into alternative medicine. But I do think that Glitter has very clear, identifiable, traditional medical problems. And until she addresses those, aligning her chakras is only going to do so much. She's got to get her weight within back into under scientific notation. Yeah, she as long as she needs scientific notation to write out her full body weight, this stuff is not going to help her. And welcome in, Havasuma. Good to see you. Hope you're having a great weekend. Yeah, exactly. No way. So let's let this play once more.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Will this help you get a man? Yes, okay.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Will this help me get a man? And shout out Kiwi Farms. That's who collects a lot of these videos and pictures and everything. If anybody does want to check out Kiwi Farms, I always shout them out. I don't post a link there. I guess because YouTube, I feel like YouTube would ban me if I do. YouTube really hates Kiwi Farms for some reason. But you can look them up, and just keep in mind, they're like any site with a bunch of users. Some people might be offensive. Some people might be really cool. So just keep that in mind, and don't dox yourself. Don't put your identity or any information on there or anything like that. Don't join up unless you really know what you're doing. But yeah, but as far as going there to read and get information, I think it's a good place to check out. Just keep in mind that, like any place, there's going to be some biased commenters, so take everything with a grain of salt.
Okay, great. So it's going to go down on Monday and Tuesday. I'm asking the real question.
Oh, you're thinking about optimization for Valentine's Day? Well, our hormone therapy consultations can definitely help with energy, confidence, and overall vitality, which might give you that extra spark.
Okay, so he recommends a hormone-based consultation, or excuse me, a consultation about
Valentine's Day
hormones.
is coming up. Will this help you get a man? Yes, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let me pull up another vid. Hold on a second, folks. Brief technical difficulties here. 1 second. All right, so let me show another video from that hellness. I almost call that a hellness retreat. It is hellness. It's hell on earth. Weighs too well. Weighs too much. That actually is really funny. The weighs too much hashtag is what they should have used.
It's really the little things. She made sure that my bandage matched my shoes. It's really the little things. She made sure that my bandage matched my shoes.
Okay. That bandage looks really tight. I'm just gonna, this looks like it's cutting off your circulation. Mention that. And we got one more brief video clip here.
I'm gonna slip into something a little bit more comfortable for the IV.
Main chick in a G, never.
Yeah, she's gonna become a luchador. Anna, what did we say her superhero name was, or her supervillain name was? The Scarlet Fupa. That's her wrestling name, the Scarlet Fupa. Yeah, once again, she says
Something a little bit more comfortable. I'm just gonna slip into something a little bit more comfortable for the IV.
Main.
yeah, so, and nobody forget, this is the dainty arm that she's had the skin chopped off because she had so much loose skin in this arm. She had to get it hacked off. For anybody not aware, Anna has had 4 liposuction surgeries in the last 2 years because she had to have lipedema removed. In that time, she has not lost any body weight. She actually gained a little bit after the liposuction. And she's essentially the same size as she was before the liposuction surgeries. She claims to feel much better, though. So I guess that's a success, right? All right, we got some more content for y'all. So this is from the post that she made surrounding this IV wellness place. Pro tip, just be yourself, but for real, after a crazy few days of training, this IV felt like it brought me back to life. So much so I am legitimately considering incorporating them into my training program. She's going to start getting daily IVs. As someone who has chronic inflammation, I need all the hydration I can get. Can't just drink water, right? Although I will say she is so big and so unhealthy that it is possible she might not be able to properly hydrate with just drinking water. Like the normal human body can do that. Anna's body is just malfunctions a little too much. Plus I have issues with my B12 levels at times, and I could tell getting some extra yesterday made a huge difference in how I feel today. Health, wellness, self-scare. Yeah. Got a little more. So here's how much do you think those procedures cost? An athletic recovery drip. This is from Way Too Well. Kiwi Farms got this posting, and you can go to their website if you later on your own check them out. Confirm this. $229 for an athletic recovery drip. I mean, I don't. That's probably not even a bad deal, but is this something that many people can really afford to regularly do? I think not. Anna's very fortunate to be able to afford this. I mean, why? How much does this cost compared to eating a little bit less? That's a good question. So we got a little bit more videos from Anna. I thought this one was just especially just cringe, the way she's kind of like off. Oh, you can't really tell because I have the music turned off because I don't want to get the copyright claim. But just take my word for it. Her lip syncing is completely offbeat. She is not actually singing to the beat, like her mouth movements. See what I mean? Like I can turn it on for just a second. Like it doesn't actually match. It looks kind of creepy. Her hair doesn't look quite as dirty as usual, at least in the after. In the before, it looks kind of skanky. And her acne is down a little bit from usual. So I don't know how heavily filtered this is. But this is not what her face normally looks like. This is very heavily made up, considering all the acne has been taken out for the day. But hey, do you, Glitter. So let me put on here some more here. We got somebody clap back at Glitter and Lasers. She posted something about some plus-sized influencer, Ann Bennett Makeup or something. Ann Bennett Makeup, excuse me, post this in response to a picture of Glitter and Lasers. Glitter and Lasers had a picture posted, and in response, this woman wrote, "You're my inspiration. I am not skinny, and there are plenty of people out there who love and prefer that. I wish we could all just accept our differences and let each other be. It's crazy that it's all we are asking for is to be in peace with ourselves, not villainized for simply existing and doing our thing. All right, fair enough. And those words don't sound crazy. Viking Princess lifts, which is Anna responds, exactly. I don't care what my body looks like. Truer words have never been spoken. To me, it's really important what it's capable of doing. Well, I don't believe that. So that's where my energy goes to. That's where your ego goes to. That's where your money goes to. That's where your food goes to. This lady, though, responds with a reality check, kicks some realism. But given the words you attach to the video, it seems like your energy is also focused on other body types. If you're proud of yourself, there's no need for comparisons. I think I have that video here. Let me see if let me post it up. I think I have it. Ooh, I probably have it somewhere in my pile of videos. I don't know. I'll pull it up later. But it's not this one nearby. So, okay. Let me go back to the one we have here. So she replies by saying, I don't compare. It's just that glamorizing ultra thin and feminizing other bodies is all over the internet right now. I don't know. That's just not true, Anna. Glamorizing the ultra thin has not been a thing for decades. That was like in the 90s, 2000s. Maybe it still happens in some parts of the internet. But in general, it's all about the curves now when they talk about, whenever I hear some Hollywood reporter type talking about somebody, or they're showing some new Instagram model or something, I'm not seeing ultra thin supermodel types. That's not what I'm seeing now. Not saying that body type is never celebrated, but I'm just saying I don't think that's like a current thing. I think that everyone needs reminders that there is joy and love available for all bodies. That is just such a empty platitude. It sounds like AI wrote it. I'm going to get on your comments in just a second. So let me pull up a little video. I'm going to let this run, and then I'm going to get to your comments. So I'm going to loop this one. This is a funny one to watch. Of course, I forgot to mute it. All right, now we go. Oh, have asked your mom as a child on the... Did I miss something? Is there a baby? Is there... Oh, Capricorn, thank you so much for the super chat. I would be more concerned about $5 super chat from Capricorn and Jay. Thank you so much. I would be more concerned about getting proper medical care there rather than my bandage matching my shoes. Exactly, Capricorn. At the IV place where she was going there to get her medical numbers looked at. She was going there to get an IV. She was going there to have them take a look at all of her readings. But it's, of course, more important that her bandage matches. Thank you so much, Capricorn. Very much appreciated. Yeah, the IV stuff, I agree with you, Jarella. It seems like kind of just like a luxury expense. Yeah, I agree with you, Jarella. I think anybody who says they don't care what they look like, I think even men. I think men may not care quite as much as women, but I think men absolutely, I mean, I know most men care what they look like. They don't care to the same extent as women do, I don't think. But they absolutely do care. And any guy who says, I don't care what I look like, he's just given up. That's what it is. He's given up. He cares a little bit. Well, maybe there's a couple who don't, but I'm going to say for the most part, I think pretty much everybody cares at least a little bit, right? Oh, geez, Miss Nat. I'm glad you're doing better now. Good to, hearts in the chat for Miss Nat. That is awesome to hear that you're healthy now and feeling strong. Got that behind you. That's just such fantastic Such a fantastic thing to hear. Oh, horse. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense, Duddy. So I was wondering there what was going on. All right. Okay. Y'all got me confused. Okay, got caught up on the chat. Now let's get back to the Anna. So what do we got here? We got her throwing a bag over her head and almost hitting herself on the head. And this is why I don't think it's good that she got rid of her coach. She got rid of her coach. She got a new coach. Where's the new coach? Would this have happened if she still had her old coach? I don't know. But this is exactly what we always said was going to happen with Anna. Look at this. I mean, it's a good thing she was looking where it went, but yeah, that's... All right, we got more, though. We got more where that went. Let me change the audio real quick. Oh, crap. I got to share the tab. Hold on. I messed up the screen. I got to share it. 1 second. Let me find the right one here. I'll just share this one to start. Okay.
Enough. I don't think you should be worried about, oh, am I skinny enough? Am I skinny enough? I think you should be worried about if a man was following me down the street, could I turn around, squat down, grab his legs, stand up, and then body slam him on the back of his neck? I don't think you should be.
I think, Anna, if you turned around and squatted down, I think that he would immediately flee from the smell of the stank, crusted up, piss stained compression garments that you haven't washed in days. And I think that that's something to worry about. But let's watch a little bit of her lifting this
I don't
bag.
think you should be worried about.
I don't really know much about strong man or strong woman form and lifting these bags, but every time I watch her doing this, I just feel like this is something that is for people who are in better shape than she is. I've watched real strong men do this stuff, and even when they do it, it looks kind of dangerous. But they look to be really strong. And I'm not saying Anna's not strong. She is pretty strong. But she also looks injury prone. She doesn't look stable. I feel like she's working too close to her limits. And when you add that to her massive body weight, I feel like she's just the tiniest slip away from a major injury. I mean, what do you folks think? I mean, I'm surprised. I really am. I cannot believe she's made it this long without a major injury. But then again, what are the odds that she does have injuries and she's just lied about it? Like all those so-called flare-ups? What if those flare-ups are really just her getting hurt? Like that one-arm throw is like, that does not, I don't know. I don't know much about strongman, but when I look at her, I don't see somebody who looks secure in the forms. I see somebody who looks like they're going to get hurt. So let me share this other screen here. One second here. All right. So what are we seeing here when we look at this? I always notice the same thing with Anna's squats. I'm not a great squatter. I barely squat at all. So I'm not somebody you can do a lot of critique on squatting. But I do know what a good squat looks like. And I know what a good morning is. And I have done good mornings. I've done deadlifts. This here is like a half good morning. It's like a half squat. A good morning, for anybody unaware, is when you bend over at the waist. You hinge over at the waist with a barbell on your back of your neck. And you're working the muscles of your lower back. You lean over and then you stand back up. And your legs are relatively straight. You just kind of bend over at the waist and then bend straight back up. A squat is when you keep your back straight and you just kind of bend at the knees and go back up. Anna's hinging at the waist way too much for a squat. And she's bending her legs way too much for a good morning. So she's doing these half and half lifts, which I'm not going to say they aren't doing something. She's definitely working some muscles, but I feel that this is more likely to incur an injury, and it's not as productive as I think doing the traditional lifts would be. Now, is she able to do the traditional lifts? That's the better question here, I think. Can Anna do a regular squat? And I'm starting to think she can't. I'm starting to think the shape of her body, like the amount of body fat she has, combined with her body weight, her extreme body weight, she's not able to get down in a proper squat position and then get back up. She's just too heavy and too fat to do it. So I have to ask myself, what is the better choice here? To just quit working out? Or is the better choice to do squats with form that's not ideal? And obviously, she shouldn't quit. But there's something here we're kind of neglecting, the elephant in the room. And that's losing a little bit of weight so that her body doesn't get in the way. There's no reason why she couldn't have lost 20, 30, 40 pounds or more and given her body some clearance to perform the lift safely, to perform the lift the way that in the traditional range of motion, where her thighs and her fupa don't block each other from bending over. She's not able to get her legs down because of the way her body's built here. So that's my I'm waxing philosophical about Anna's body and about training there. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Yeah, it's like half of it. It's like two different lifts. It's like two different lifts here. She's got half good morning, half squat, and a full nothing. You know, like this. She's not completed a single rep. She's done like every one of these is wrong. I mean, she's doing exercise. She's tiring herself out. She's working her muscles. She's breaking a sweat, but she's not actually doing any reps. If you want to say, is she doing the exercise correctly? So that's there. Yeah, her body shape is, but the thing is, she can correct her body shape. She can't correct it overnight, but over time, she absolutely can correct her body shape by working on her, by controlling her diet and also choosing her lifts with a little more care. So here we go. What did we talk about a minute ago? She's always getting hurt and how it always looks like she's doing things in an unsafe way. What's the caption of this video say? I am really not feeling well. My joints are flaring and my body is really swollen. I tried my best today. It wasn't great. What I learned is that I probably should have rested. So there we go. We keep talking about how long can she do this before her body gives out. It looks like she's going to get hurt. It looks like her body is collapsing. It looks like what she's doing is unsustainable. How is she sustaining it? Well, the answer is she's not. Not any longer, at least. Now, one day off doesn't mean the end of working out. But I think this is something that was inevitable. Anna's body cannot do this kind of working out consistently without breaking down. At least some part of it is going to break down, whether it's her knee, her hip, her ankle, her elbow, her wrist. Something is going to give out. Which is going to be first, though, right? So let's just read this again for all of you. I'll give you all a chance to read this again, and we'll play this video. It is really hard to undo years of being conditioned to believe that if I prioritized rest, I was lazy. That's something that I will concede to Anna, even though I don't think it really applies to her so much. I do think that some people who are trying to get in shape, they can go too overboard and they could push themselves too hard. And that can lead to injury and that can lead to overdoing it. But Anna is already overdoing it. It's not a matter of doing too many workouts. It's a matter of doing too much weight, doing exercises she's not ready for, doing awkward lifting techniques. Those are the things that she needs to take it easy on. As far as doing more workouts, I don't think she should do less workouts. I just think she needs to be more intelligent with her workouts. I'm going to let this play in the background while I catch up on some comments. What the heck is she wearing? Great comment, Jamie. This outfit looks horrendous. What is that? Like a Howdy Doody? She's like got like a Woody. What's his name? Woody from Toy Story. Howdy Doody scarf. She's got a Hulk Hogan yellow top. She's got the black compression garments covering every bit of her. She's got the. This here looks stained. These this crotch of these pants look absolutely stained and discolored. Let's look at her feet and see if she has her feet planted. Looking at her feet. Her feet are planted, but they don't look stable to me. I don't think her feet look stable. I feel like she's pushing on the sides of her feet rather than pushing through the balls of her feet or through the heels. I'm not sure. You're supposed to. Let's see this lift again. Which lift is she going for here? She's going for an overhead press. So you should be going on the balls of your feet for this, in my opinion. That's what I like to. But this belt, though, this is way too high up. Look at what it's doing to her body. Look how deformed her body is here. Wow. Look how deformed she looks. Look at that. Look at that upper body when she when the belt deforms her chest area. Look at this. This is like she's sticking out farther on the top. She's got more side boob than she does hips. But that's not like boob. You know what I mean? But she's got more fat on the side than she does on her hip than she does here. This is just. What made her pick this outfit? Looks so horrific. And this stained crotch area, like, is this just from lack of washing or is this all fresh? And what are these lime green shoes? Like, what are these? Neon green shoes, red socks, black compression, winter green, or not winter green, like teal, Marlins teal, black and red underbelt with a metal top. The Woody Reds, the Woody cowboy red scarf, the yellow top. This outfit is so horrible. This is just, it's disgusting, it's dirty, and it's ugly. And her hair looks dirty as hell too. My God. Oh, and look at her right leg. Look how fat her right leg looks compared to the left. That's swollen. That's swelling. That's not just fat. Look at that. Look at how around the ankle, how much it's popping out around the sock, whereas this one is not so bad. These ankles are crazy on this side. This is not healthy. I am not seeing anything healthy here. I said this last week. I'm going to say it again. Exercise in the gym is supposed to be healthy. It's supposed to be healthy for you. It's supposed to make you more fit. It's supposed to make you more healthy. It's supposed to make you look better. I'm seeing somebody who's hurting their body for very little return, if any. She's lifting more weight, but she doesn't look healthier. She doesn't look more stable. She certainly doesn't look any more attractive. This is not a victory. Speaking of fails, I got a filter fail here. Let's put this on. Hold on a second. Let me add the filter. Why is it not loading? Crap. Load, you stupid vid. All right, that one's not going to load. Whatever. Okay, we got a different one. This is the video with the filter fail. It's a little harder to see. It's not isolated, but if you look at her side of her body. This is not her body. This is not her actual body. Let me show you folks what I mean. These pictures were taken 3 days apart. These are both from videos. This was 3 days apart. This is from the background of a video that somebody else was in. This is from the background of a video somebody else took on the left. This is the video that she edited herself. She is literally half of the size. She is double the size in the left. One leg on the left is as big as her entire body on the right. This is, who the hell is this on the right? This is not Glitter and Lasers. Look at this. She looks like a spaz, but let's see. Let's just keep going here. Do I have the one where she's in the background? I don't have the original picture of it, but there you go. This is not what she really looks like at all. So let me show another funny vid here. A funny pic. Whoops, 1 second.
I've been kind of going through it. It's been a pretty tough week. I am really swollen. I feel ugly because I can see like
Permanently single.
dramatic changes in how I look, or maybe that even other people can't see, but I can see them, and it feels like, is anything ever going to get better?
All right, so let me introduce this video just a little bit. Let me catch up on the chat real quickly too. That's a good point. Looks like a pee stain. It probably is. Very wide stance she does. That puts all the weight into the glutes. That again, that's something that I've seen people do in strongman, but that's not something that is generally considered good form. Like, I know they do it in strongman, but I don't think that, I don't see how that is good. 4 workouts a week is great. That's actually really good. That's awesome. I think you're right. Any attention is good attention in her mind. All this cope, all this stuff. She really just wants attention. And she's not lost any freaking weight despite doing this for how many months now? Has she lost any weight? Yeah, exactly. Fewer reps, better body mechanics. She is a big faker. She is such a poser and a fake. I mean, she's lifting the weights for real. Yes, she's not using fake video, or she actually does lift the weight. But everything else is fake. Everything is exaggerated. Everything is performative. She's absolutely going to get hurt, and she has gotten hurt. She just won't admit it. Yep. It is. Yeah, it doesn't just look like it. It actually is. And I just want to point out here, I don't want to shame anybody who suffers from incontinence. If that's something that's out of your control, you have my sympathy. But Glitter and Lasers has a degree of control here. She is choosing to do these lifts that for her are not exceptionally heavy, where she's unable to control her bladder. She could be doing exercises that help. She could be attempting to lose some body weight. She could be bringing an extra change of clothes. There's a lot of things she could be doing, but she is instead choosing to leak all over the gym on a regular basis. And I just think that's nasty. Because there are things she could be doing to make it so it wouldn't be such an issue. She could be wearing some kind of absorptive pads. She could be, there's things she could do. You know what I mean? Like, there's things she could do. It's not like she's, just walking to down the street and she can't control her bladder. And, this is something that she's choosing to do. So I don't have any sympathy. I agree, Drell. Something's going to give. She can't keep doing this for so long. Ooh, good question. I think, as far as just, I think Glitter is the most undateable of all the girls. I could see Foodie, Rosie, who else? Amber has girlfriends, but if she wanted a man, I think any one of them could find one before Glitter and Lasers. I think Glitter and Lasers is just the most undateable. All right, let's keep going here. So let me let this video play. So this video here is about a conversation she had with her doctor, a once-a-year conversation with her doctor, which most of us would call an annual checkup, which she calls something special, because everything Glitter and Lasers does is special.
I've been kind of going through it. It's been a pretty tough week. I am really
I will say her skin looks a little bit better, which is something that I'm not used to seeing. So, Glitter, if you just got lucky, well, I hope you get lucky again. And if you've changed something for your skin, keep it up. I don't love making fun of her bad skin. Like, I don't. Like, it's nasty, and I wish she would get it cleared up.
swollen. I feel ugly because I can see like dramatic changes in how I look, or maybe that even other people can't see, but I can see them, and it feels like, is anything ever going to get better?
Is this like honest? Is this really honest? Because if this is honest, this is like, you know, a positive thing here, but I'm questioning how sincere she is. Let's hear this again, because this is pretty significant.
Going through it. It's been a pretty tough week. I am really swollen. I feel ugly.
Didn't she just say she doesn't care what she looks like? Didn't she just say, like, in a post that I showed like not even 20 minutes ago, where she said she no longer cares what she looks like? Okay.
Because I can see like dramatic changes in how I look, or maybe that even other people can't see, but I can see them, and it feels like, is anything ever going to get better? And so I went to my neurologist this morning, and, you know, we were just talking about my CPAP, and the nurse brought up, you know,
She went to her neurologist to talk about the CPAP because, as she said, she's frustrated at a lack of progress. I mean, it's kind of hard to understand exactly what she means, but she says something about how she feels ugly and doesn't feel like she's making progress. And I mean, that's kind of true. No disrespect, but it's kind of true. But her solution is to stop using her CPAP. Is that what she's saying here?
are you feeling anything different when you sleep? And I was like, oh God, I'm going to have to go back up. And like, here's another area of my life where things just haven't gotten better. And it turns
Another area of my life where things haven't gotten better. This is like a really different Glitter and Lasers than who we normally hear. She's always so sunshine and rainbows and haters can suck it. And now she's like, yet another aspect of my life that hasn't gotten better. Wow. That is deep. Like, we're gonna replay this. It's only 2 minutes.
out that I am now sleeping with such a low pressure that
I thought she was gonna say she's actually sleeping with someone. She's sleeping with such a low pressure.
our discussion topic for today was about migrating off of the CPAP eventually.
Eventually. So, like, when is that?
And what would need to happen for that to be possible.
And what would need to happen for it to be possible? So it's not possible yet.
And the reality is it's something that we could explore right now, but because I am currently swollen and feel awful and
So we could explore getting me off it now, but because I'm swollen and feel awful, I have to be on it for now.
things are not 100%, it's not a good time to put any more challenge on my body. But I am on the trajectory to not have to use the machine anymore. And
she's on the trajectory, and I don't want to, play doctor here. Fake doctor warning. Let me put that back up here. Not really a doctor. If you think you need a doctor, please go get one. Not a real doctor. But I think she's full of crap right here. I don't think you could be moving in the direction of getting off your CPAP if you're not moving in a direction toward a smaller body in some way. You can't be 300 pounds overweight you can't remain 300 pounds overweight and lose your need for a CPAP. I don't see how that's possible.
that is something I never, ever even thought would be possible. And you can tell me that I'm not small enough. You can tell me that
I will tell you that you're not small enough. You're not small enough.
I'm not strong enough. You can.
Your strength has nothing to do with it. I don't know where she's getting that from, but there's a lot of like bodybuilders who are and powerlifters who are like super strong and muscular, but because they have such a high body weight, they still have to use a CPAP machine, even though they have a low body fat percentage. just because they carry so much muscle mass, they still can't breathe. So it has nothing to do with being strong. You could be the strongest man in the world, literally, and still be using a CPAP. So that's irrelevant. It has everything to do with how big you are. So you're wrong, Glitter.
Tell me that I am not doing enough, but I went from the highest setting on this machine, where we even potentially talked about having a different machine that had more settings upward, to now having discussions about not using it at all. And I needed that today. I needed to hear that.
This is very questionable to me. I'm not so sure. If the doctor is saying, well, if you could lose weight and, a year from now you lose enough weight, you could go off the CPAP in a year maybe. Okay, I could believe that. But if she's trying to make us believe that she is now breathing so well that she no longer needs her CPAP, that is beyond unbelievable.
Whether or not it feels like it right now, progress has been made.
Progress has been made. There's no real progress, Anna. If you're telling the truth, let me give her the benefit of be fair here. If she's telling the truth and she truly is breathing that much better, then I'm happy for her. And it means she has made some progress. At the same time, it's unbelievable that at her body weight, she doesn't need some kind of a breathing aid and that she's not going to continue to need one. And there's no amount of fitness that she can achieve at her current weight that is going to eliminate her need for a CPAP. I just don't believe it. I don't freaking believe it. And if I'm wrong, show me the proof. That's my opinion on that. Let me see what you folks have to say. Let me switch up the background bit. She's so swollen, right? Oh, not obese though. Exactly. I have a Suma. I'm glad you understand that. Right? It's just edema and swelling and all that stuff. Rosie's your personal worst. Hey, I think that's actually good that everybody has their own like personal least and worst. And I think they're all pretty close. I think they're all in the same league. Yeah, exactly. Nobody swells up 600 frickin' pounds. That is true. Some men do like a big woman, but I think most men also like a woman who's got a sweet attitude and who's not stank. Those are usually go along with it. Usually some other preferences. Absolutely. Delusion talking. It's cope. It's a big old pile of cope. It's enough coping to make a skate park. Ooh, good comment here, Havasumam. I do think she does that. I think that we saw that with Dr. Amron and Dr. What was her name? Dr. Herbst, the lipedema doctors. I think Glitter and Lasers absolutely doctor shops. I think she goes to therapists and anybody like that who can tell her what she wants to hear. I think that she intentionally finds people like that who are going to enable her. And she has the money to be able to pay people to enable her. And in a way, her money is harming her. But that is what it is. So let me post here. I got another comment about the CPAP here from her. It's a post she made. Oh, this is one that people made in response to her. So you folks take a read of that while I pull up another, sharing this while I pull up another vid. Yeah, but people are saying this. I was told I will have it for life. I'm only 40 and it's heartbreaking. Maybe there's hope for me. So Glitter, I feel so bad for these people in her chat because these people, I'm glad that you have hope, Miss Ketosis, or maybe Mr. Ketosis. I'm glad that you have hope, whoever you are. But Glitter's lying to you. She's misleading you. And if your hope is based on her lies, your hope is not going to last. So I think it's cruel to give people hope and just snatch it back away. Give them that false hope and then snatch it away. So I got a few more vids here. A few more things. Oh, let me also post one more real quick. I want to say thank you to all the channel members. We got a couple new ones today, but we already have some others. So I'd like to say thank you to all of you folks. You're very much appreciated. a big part of this channel, make it possible. I'd like to give a shout out to Canada Cool, my current only tier 2 member at the Doctor's Associate level, getting an individual shout out. So thank you very much, Canada Cool. But thank you to all the members. And thank you, of course, to all of the... Oh, crap. I didn't share the tab. This is the tab I was trying to share when I did my little shout out and thank you. So thank you again. But yeah, let's get back to the show here. But yeah, thank you to everybody and all the viewers, all the lurkers, all the mods, everybody watching the replays. You all make this channel possible, and you're all very much appreciated. So thank you for coming by. Let us continue. So let me post another one here. I pull something up. Oh, here's something I wanted to post. And like I said, I never get political on here. But Glitter and Lasers has decided to get political recently. Why am I pointing this out? I'm not here to stir up any political thought. But wasn't she sponsored by Amazon? Like Amazon Essentials or Amazon Health Program? Amazon GLP program? She had some kind of an Amazon sponsorship, didn't she? Well, anyway, she's talking about things Americans can do if they want to be political activists. And if you look on this list, one of these things is boycott the following companies. Number 3 is Amazon. Isn't that your sponsor, Glitter? Isn't that who sponsors you? Right here, Glitter and Lasers. She's telling people to not shop at her sponsor. So I'm glad to know her activism is so important to her that she's willing to jeopardize her sponsorship deal for it. So I guess in a way I have to respect that. She's at least putting something on the line. So in a roundabout way. Just wanted to point that out. I thought that was pretty funny. Although it's possible she's lost her Amazon membership or Amazon partnership. And if she has lost it, well, I don't think she's getting it back. Oh, I already showed this one. Let me post a different video. So here we go. I thought this one was pretty funny. She posted this video to her own account. I don't take constructive criticism from people who haven't constructed-ish. Well, Glitter and Lasers. I just think it's especially telling that even when people who have clearly achieved the goals that you've set for yourself, you ignore them. How many people who've lost a bunch of weight have tried to give you some help, some constructive criticism? How many people who've gotten themselves physically fit through exercise tried to offer you some advice, some help, some encouragement? Good job getting out there, ring a bell? Exactly. She doesn't appreciate criticism from anybody because she's self-conscious and hypocritical. It has nothing to do with other people's right to say something. So just wanted to point that out there, how hypocritical she is. Let me get back to my other vids. So here's about her new coach. Let me post a little short video. I have to go get a drink real quick. My throat's so dry. So I'm going to mute this and loop this, and we'll go grab a drink real quick. Share this tab. 1 second, folks. I just want to mention, actually, we're going to be winding it down pretty soon. They're going to be doing the members-only bonus segment afterward. So going to give a little bonus segment to all of the channel members. It's going to be a little secret Cyrax reaction. I'm doing a little reaction to Cyrax. I know some of you like it, some of you don't. I could not find documentary content that wouldn't get me flagged, so I had to do something with a lolcow. And Cyrax put up a pretty hilarious video the other day, so I'm going to react to that. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. That's the bonus content. So let me continue. Exactly, Jamie. Why even bring up that kind of political stuff when she knows that it's only going to harm her sponsorships, right? But if she really believes in it, hey, say what you believe, right? So anyway, this is her new coach. This woman here named Ines Carrasquillo. Apparently, she's a legit strong woman. She looks very strong, certainly. I don't know much about her. I've got a feeling she's probably not going to get along too well with Glitter and Lasers once she gets to know her a little better. So I'm going to give Ines here the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to, assume anything or negatively be negatively prejudiced toward her because she's working with Glitter and Lasers. Although it's hard not to be. So that's her new coach. I got more info on her new coach. Let me post some other stuff. So here is a post about the new coach. Guess y'all know who my new coach is. When I had the opportunity to train with the GOAT, she means greatest of all time, I just had to take it. Inez Pro Strongwoman is the one who was in that video there. I'll put it on one more time. This lady here. And by the way, you can't really tell from this vid, but she's actually really tall. Apparently, she's 6'1". She's even taller than Glitter and Lasers. So that probably helps her be extra strong. She certainly looks strong. So let me pull up some other stuff here. We're almost done here with the Glitter and Laser stuff for today. Oh, this one I thought was very ironic. This one here is just so like, I don't train for summer. I train to get a problem in the retirement home one day. Glitter, you should train for next summer because it might be your last summer. I wouldn't worry about the retirement home. The retirement home ain't happening. They might put you in a no-kill shelter. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. And that's pretty much it, I think, actually. I think that's the last of my Glitter and Lasers. So with that, I'm going to, it's been like right around 2 hours. It's been perfect timing. So with that, I'm going to say, one brief post from Glitter and Lasers. So one more last one here. Some lady was very kind and said exactly what we're all thinking. Please work out at home for a while and don't post yourself. Maria, I agree with you 100%. Thank you for your service. Viking Princess Lips, hard pass. She can't just ignore the criticism. She has to respond. That sucks. Ain't nobody want to see you. That's not very Christian of you. She has to talk about religion, of course. Do you think Jesus would like that you spend your time? She's so butthurt here. That's not very Christian of you. Do you think? First of all, how do you even know she's Christian? And even if she was, are you Christian? What gives you the right to talk about somebody else's religion? But either way, hurting people's feelings, Anna, you're hurting people's eyes. You're hurting our sensibilities, and you're destroying your own dignity. So I think Jesus would have a problem with that. God knows I have a problem with that. I think most decent people would, regardless of religion. So I want to get that out of the way. So with that out of the way, it's going to be time to switch over to the members only segment of the stream. So with that, I'm going to say, everybody have a wonderful weekend. If you are not a member, I will be seeing you this Wednesday, and I look forward to that.